Hello guys, good morning and welcome to another video. So I had some trades this week. I had a couple of trades this week. Let's go through them and see what's popping, what's up. So we're here. I think we started off the week. On Friday, we executed a trade on Euro USD. And why did we execute? Because overall we're bullish. Then what was I looking for? I was looking for this break of structure. Why is this break of structure so important? Because this high broke this low. So once this high broke this low, what did I know? If this low came and broke this high, it means that it's a very strong high. So as it broke it now, we look at the 50% retracement. I don't know if it's because of experience, but I can just see it. But let's just use the Fibonacci tool. When we're in an upward trend, we do from swing low to swing high. Pap, so we came and we just wicked it. So as I saw this on Friday, I didn't let it be. I drew my counter trend line a bit like this. I think this is the last few candles on Friday. I entered upon this candle. So entered here, long pap, put stops below here, and then targeted. I think it was 1 to 2, 1 to 3. 1 to 2, 1 to 3, about that, and we hit take profit clean, very clean. This all happened on Monday. Then from there onwards, now it was a roller coaster. It was a roller coaster of, can I say, me making mistakes? Yeah, I made a lot of mistakes. Let's go through some other ones. I also had another trade on NZD-USD. But this trade went in profit, then came back and hit my stop loss. Let me see. Thursday, Friday. Okay, this was the trade. I entered on Monday. I entered actually on Monday. Or Monday or Tuesday? No, Monday. Monday early morning. I entered Monday early morning because this is the same setup. Break of structure, pop here. It broke it. Yep, we'll have that down. So this low came and broke this high and this high. So what do? Wait for 50% retracement. Visually I can see it, but I know some niggas need help with it. So just come and trade out. Pop, we entered. We're inside the zone. So it's to wait for a breakout. And for that breakout now, what did I do? I came to, I think it's the 2 hours. Came to the 2 hours and I waited for this bullish engulfing candle because I was a bit scared. So I waited for this bullish engulfing candle, put my stops below here, and I was targeting, there was a level that I drew from previous price action, but I was targeting like right up to here. I think 6,500. Bro. But this is still low key my fault, because if I was, if I had, like, how can I say it? If I was more intelligent, I wouldn't have, because I've entered this trade about this first time. It went up, came back down. I think it hit me out for stop loss. I brought my stop loss right up to here. Like, I divided my risk into, I think it's some fear type shit. Not following my plan at all. So I did that. Now it messed me up completely. Because look at where we are now. It hasn't hit stop loss yet, but I've lost at least 2 trades here. I've lost money twice on this week. So that's it essentially. So it did like this. I had reduced my risk in half. So that means that this stop loss position went in half and it hit my stop loss. Then I came again. It came again, and what are we looking at here? Can you guys spot it? We're looking at another break here, and this other break here, I drew mine from up here, my counter trend line. And which break was it? Upon this break around here, I entered for a long position. My stop loss is here. I did the same, I think it was 31:1. Did the same error. It went a bit in profit. It came back down. I did not put up the stop loss, but I had, as it came here, I closed the trade manually. Why did I close the trade manually? Because this same thing, I was inside the same kind of trade on AUD and AUD kicked me out. My stops were here, it kicked me out. So I was very, very emotional. Very, very emotional. So I fumbled heavily on the USD pairs. Let me see, what else did we have? I had AUD, which is essentially the same thing I bought coming to take my TP up here, but it never happened. So they kicked me out the first time, kicked me out the second time. So that was terrible. Then GBP NZD chef. Last week we were on an NZD chef buy for like 2 weeks here. So this is the NZD chef. I'm waiting for. So where did we enter on that buy? And why did we enter that buy? Let's go up to the 4 hours again. So the 4 hours, what are we seeing? We see a break of structure to the upside. The break of structure. This is what prompted me. This and the fact that this is a level that has been untapped. So I was just waiting for bullish price action for us to come back into that level and touch it. Take some orders in there. So where we're here, what are we looking at? I've done that. We're waiting for the 50% retracement. Obviously, you can see 50% retracement has been accomplished. I took the entry very late on this one. Like very, very late. I think maybe up here. Something like that. I think something up here. Or was even further up here. So I took it and there was a bearish 4-hour candle. I was like, what the hell is happening to me? Something like this. Nah. My risk to reward was a bit better than that. So maybe here, I can do close outside the range. Shape. Something like that. And now I was targeting these highs up here. Something like that. But I closed early. I closed at like 1:2. Because of those USD to that AUD USD. She just gave me anxiety. So I closed somewhere about here. After this high was broken. Closed there. So that's essentially 1:1.6, 1:2 something. So that was it for that. This week can I say I overtraded? Because I've been adding pairs. I've been adding a lot of pairs because my strategy doesn't give let's say opportunities. Doesn't give opportunities all the time. Like, it's not every day that you will have a setup. So I got frustrated because I used to trade only Euro USD and Euro JPY. Euro JPY was acting up. Euro USD, I wasn't understanding what was happening with it. Like, it was very confusing. So now I was watching, is it Burns Koskump? I can't pronounce his name. I can't pronounce his name. But this German guy who is the on the FTMO leaderboard, talking about being a multi-asset trader, especially when you're a swing trader, because you have to keep your psychology, and keeping your psychology means that you need to take some trades actually to make money. You cannot do that with one pair, but you need to have multiple pairs and multiple asset classes. Even though I've removed a lot of them, S&P 500, I removed them. That's the issue. So I think I'm another trade now on GBP card. A sell on GBP card. Why did I enter this sell? People can ask. You see that we were up here, we tapped into this. I keep on confusing where demand and supply is. Supply is up, demand is down. I think so. So when we were up here, what was I looking at? A break of structure. We broke structure to the downside. I missed these trades though. So this is the low that formed this high. This move broke it. So what are we looking for? We'll draw a Fibonacci. Enters into the 50%. If you can't see the 50%, it means that you still need to practice. But you should be able to see visually. We draw a counter trend line. We broke out. Once we broke out now, we're aiming for a 1:2. 1:2, 1:3. This is 1:3. Or aiming for liquidity at these levels. That's what I was looking at the USD trades. Aiming for liquidity. Or from past liquidity. Like really, really far back. So I think that was my error. So 1:3. But I'm taking 1:2 and still being fine. This 1:2. Cool head. But if you didn't take it, you would have been kicked out. Stop loss. Because it had to retrace again into that level. And if it had retraced, would have entered again. Yo, sorry for the interruption though. My laptop just went off. So where were we? I was talking about this. Drawing the same thing, broke structure, 50% level, drawing a counter trend line. Even with the counter trend line is one of the most secure ways to know that you should enter a trade. Would have drawn it out, come here, pap, till I know as a bearish candle has closed outside this thing, just put it 1:2, boom, hit stop loss, then get to 1:2. That would be tragic. Come here now, this is where we are. What my thought process behind this? This low was broken. Let's draw out. Let's make it a bit more visible. This low was broken. This low was broken now. I'm looking for the 50% level to be touched. Draw from swing high, the high that broke the low, back to swing low. We entered inside here. But now the counter trend line tells us not to enter the trade. Let's follow our price action. Follow. Where are we? You see this beautiful bearish candle. When you see this kind of bearish candle, just like I said very late. See this kind of bearish candle, you need to enter. There's no other way. You just need to enter the trade. There's no other excuse. There's nothing I could do, bro. So now we'll move on to Euro CAD. The buys on Euro CAD that I had missed this buy. This break of structure, I had seen it. Break of structure to the upside, come down, but this is an institutional candle. This is an indecisive candle, sorry. Come with rejection off of it, draw my counter trend line, come boom, come take out the high. Yeah, that would have been clean. So now I took this second one now because this took this high out. Second one, but it's rejecting. I don't know if that Euro CAD and GBP CAD are correlated or what. I don't know, but these are the trades overall. Let me check my list and see what else I did. Let's see what else I did. Okay, I'm on a new buy on Euro USD. Yeah, that one I showed you guys at the beginning. Then that's it. Basically, that's it. New pairs I'm even looking at. I saw one guy on this thing. I'm just trying to expand my portfolio of good pairs that follow price action. I opened this because I was looking at one guy who passed his FTMO challenge. So he passed it with Euro AUD and GBP AUD. So I haven't yet broken it down like how they call it, top down analysis. But I have to do it though. I'll do it later in the week, during the weekend, because today is Saturday. Do it later on. Not bad, but not the best price action. Came to this demand level. Boom. This demand level. Change structure. Inverse head and shoulders. Whoop. Rally to the upside. Logically, the next profit targets are up here, so it's buy. But why on the lower time frame are we selling? Or was I a sell? Seems to be having trouble breaking this level. I should be wise to sell. Clean. I'll look at silver later on. I have some things up here. I think these JPY pairs they look promising for the upcoming week. Like something like NZD JPY. I'm looking at sales, like major sales. They should come and break this low. If it breaks this low, we're selling, bro. These black lines are level, profit target levels that we're looking at. Then we'll look at Euro, the JPY, useless. Look at this. I'm buying, bro. But it took a long. These are 4 hour candles, mind you. A long time. I don't know why the volume in the market is reducing. Okay, this is another thing that I missed last week. I want to shoot myself in the foot. So from the week before, I've been looking at this, that broken structure. I was waiting now for a break of my counter trend line. So I waited. It happened and I saw it. when like this candle had already come into profit. So now that would have, if I would have done this and put my entries here, 140 something pips, which means I'm targeting these lows down here. Which means that now I would have been in a bad position. Whereas if I would have gone from here, taking my 1:2 and chilled, clean 1:2, bro. Oh, that's essentially. That is essentially. But now I'm waiting for another setup. As you can see, the structure has been broken to the downside. If we draw a Fibonacci, 50% is basically already in the 50% from what I can see. Let's see. Bam. It's inside the 50%. So waiting for it to enter here and break this counter trend line. I might draw it a bit more angularly, something like that. So that's it. ADS. I didn't enter, but I've just been observing this. Why did I put this? Because this low broke this high, and as it broke it now, waited for it to do 50% retracement. Boom, break counter trend line. That's why the entry is far up here, because counter trend line is one of the most secured ways, even though it will reduce your risk to reward ratio, but it's one of the most secure ways. One of the most secure ways to do this thing. Enter a trade. Like, it would have broken here, I would have still waited for a bullish close outside. That's just it. So if there are any requests, tell me on what you guys want to see. Also looking at GBP, NZD, AD, NZD, looking at these cross pairs and seeing what I can do to understand them better. Thank you. Talk to you next time.